And Blackman not one who really needs an invitation for a free hit. So it'll be interesting to see the lines delivered here, the line and the length delivered here now by the Linden Yard. Slower delivery, the outside edge found down to third man, where Jordan comes around to his left in the captain. The return is up to the keeper's end, and the batsmen have completed one. So yet again, another free hit in this tournament goes a begging, really, with the batsman not really taking full advantage. So single, 35 for 2, in what should be now the final delivery of the 6 over, the final delivery of the power play as well. And it's going to be yard to Birch, delivery down the leg side and wide. So definitely it won't be the final delivery, as that one will have to be rebowled. One more for the score, 36. We've got the fast bowlers union at the ground. Henry Fish Austin, man with the action lately in the yards as well. Really giving him some support. $36 for 2. Good delivery delivered by Yard, and good running by this pair of Birch and Blackman. The 2 Bs at the crease. So the end over number 6. At the end of it, the Travelers, they're 37 for 2. So Husbands will bowl what should be his final over. 3 overs before this, 1 for 16, and he's really bowled well from the northern end of the ground. He's on his way to bowl the delivery, which is being tugged down to long on, where Linden Yard goes down the approved long barrier position, and the return already set back to Husbands. So one more to Birch, up to 21, and the score up to 38 for 2. As Blackman takes his guard from umpire Seal. Ogie's being asked to come around to his left at point and come in, trying to put some pressure on the batsman in Blackman, and Blackman is bowled. All ends. There was the bowler, a flighted delivery, getting that inward movement with a strong breeze coming across the ground here at the BNOC Oval, and the wicket number 3 goes down. So winning the toss, and definitely in a spot of border. 38 for 3. The new batsman is Wilbur Bruce, with a lot of work to do for his side. Husbands with his second strike. He's really bowled well. 3.2 overs, no minutes, 2 for 17. And really getting this new ball Here to swing around from the northern end of the ground. As we welcome all the viewers on our stream again to the BNOC ground for match number 9 in a lovely shot driven through the offside. That was splendidly played there by Birch, rolling back the ears. A lovely cover drive, reminiscent of one Michael Clark from Australia, one of the better exponents of that cover drive. So a boundary to Birch. He's up to 25 as we welcome all of our viewers on our stream Anything Cricket Let's Talk to the BNOC ground for match number 9 in the Amas Masters T20 competition, a game which brings together the Travelers up against the Piranhas. Remember, the Travelers won the toss, and in over number 7, they're 43 for 3. A delivery not fielded cleanly by Sean Hines, and it goes through. Sean Hines, but a man with a lot of work to do, coming around, saves the boundary. He does well. I can tell you that the batsmen dismiss. Thomas Harris for 9, Sherlin Babb for 1, and Winston Blackman for 1. At the crease are Birch, Owen Birch, and Bruce. 45 for 3. Delivery which is driven down to long off. Rouse gets in the way to close out the 7th over and also the end of Husbands' spell. 4 overs, no minutes, 2 for 22. Some brilliant work by the man Husbands. And at the end of it, the Travelers, remember, they won the toss, decided to take first now after 7, 46 for 3. Yard to start over number 8. A delivery turn into the vacant. A lot of real estate in the onside as the man from fine leg has to come a long way around, and the keeper from behind the stumps has to do a lot of backtracking. The batsmen have enough time to complete 2. So 2 more to Birch. He's quickly up to 30. .48 for 3. Delivery which is bringing the batsman onto the front foot. In Birch, 3/4 length delivery delivered there by Lyndon Yard. And there is no run. The Piranhas team yet to get any points. They'll be really looking to improve on that today. Delivery turn behind square. Loud call of no. This time by Birch in response to that second run. So 1 more to Birch, up to 31, and he scored 49 for 3. And Bruce, who's yet to open his account, comes into strike. Bruce, former stalwart at the Carrollton Club, also the father of the West Indies batting dynamo, Dwayne Smith. Some would argue that Smith would have copied his dad a lot with his stroke play. Wayward delivery, not taken by the keeper, and not only he didn't take cleanly, but he also conceded an extra run. So the 50 coming up off 51 deliveries. 35 minutes of batting, some 4-4s, the 50 coming up. 51 for 3, we're in over number 8. Yes, sir. As Birch is punching a delivery to the man on the point boundary. Well set there by the captain, and another single to Birch, who's been a real constant in this Travelers side. He's also the leading run scorer for this Travelers team. So lots resting on his shoulders. Pitched up delivery there, delivered by Yard, and Bruce equally onto the front foot and plays it back along the track. The ball in his follow through does the tidying up. Score remain on 52 for 3. Final delivery of the 8th over. Remember, if you're now joining us on the stream, the Travelers, they won the toss, and captain decided early in the piece he was going to take first knock, a delivery outside the yard stump. Bruce is getting on top of it and punching it to the man coming around at that backward point sweeper position, and the end of over number 8. The Travelers, they're 53 for 3. As the first delivery of the 9th over is turned down into the vacant fine leg region for a boundary. A boundary to Bruce. He's up to 5 and he scored 57 for a 3, a poorly lined delivery, really delivered by the captain, Jordan. With the keeper standing up to the stumps, this would have been not a sight in Jordan's heyday. When he was a really teary fast bowler, got the ball to swing prodigiously. And finally finding a good line and bringing Bruce forward. Remember, this is game number 9 in the Amas T20 Over 50s Masters competition. Delivery slapped straight. It should run fairly close into the boundary. A valiant attempt by Rose coming around trying to do some footwork, but in the end, a boundary to Bruce. So the second boundary in this over, conceded by Jordan. And Bruce up to 9. 9 from 6 deliveries. His partner Birch, he's got 32 from 30 and really holding this innings together for the Travelers side. Delivery again, tugged into the onside. A lot of work for Small to do, coming around, and the batsmen have enough time to come back for the second run. So 2 more to the score, 2 more to Bruce. He's into double figures up to 11. And the score 63 for 3. The batsman gone. Harris for 9, Bab for 1, and Blackman for 1. The Piranhas searching for their first points of the competition. Delivery down the leg side, but a neat take by the keeper. But wide, called by umpire Orion Seal. Called and signaled wide by the umpire. So, extras now up to 10. Delivery tugged down to long on by Bruce. Goes a delivery, brings the batsman forward, who takes the weight off of it, and good enough to get a single to the man coming in rather quickly in Ogies from the backward point region. But the batsman threw for the single quite easily. So at the end of over number 9, the Travelers winning the toss and electing to bat. They're 66 for 3. As Lyndon Yard is pulled out of the attack and is going to be replaced now by Malcolm Powlett. Powlett with a bit of off spin. Teasing off spin as well. It'll be interesting to see the approach of Birch. Delivery played pleasantly into the offside again by Birch and picks up his 34th run and the 67th run of the innings. Last weekend was a busy weekend for the Amas tournament. Had some really brilliant performances, especially one notable performance from Toppin. I'll get back to that after this delivery. Is punch through the offside by Bruce, and Small is onto it. The return already up to the bowler's end. The batsman settled for 1. Troy Toppin with the best bowling figures in the tournament. 5 for 5 from 2 overs, including the second hat trick of the tournament. So Troy Toppin, he will be presented with his cap for the best bowler of the tournament so far. A cap sponsored by Rotoplastics. Rotoplastics. Grateful for our sponsors and their sponsorship. So the fielder The best fielder, the bowler with the most wickets, and the batsman with the most runs. Those cats will be presented today at some point by the chief cook and bottle water, Mr. Anthony Morris, as the delivery is hit down too long on. And there's one more run, 70 for 3. We are in the 10th over. The current run rate, 7.24. The Travelers team currently sit in 4th position. A beautiful delivery delivered there by Paulette, beating Birch, who had to grow up at the outside the yard stump. Luckily for him, the edge not taken, as the ball neatly taken as well by the keeper. Played into the offside, and yet again the batsmen have enough time to go through for a comfortable single. So at the halfway stage, the Travelers team with Birch on 36 and Bruce on 14. Remember, they won the toss, 71 for 3.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
Another bowling change as Captain Jordan continues to ring the changes. The new bowler is Ogis. As Ogis aborts what would have been his first delivery, something not quite right with the run-up, and he will have to reset. Delivery hit high into the air. A fielder's coming around. Small. Got in rather quickly, but not quickly enough because the ball dropped just meters in front of him. So some would argue a life given to Birch, but some would argue that it was well fielded in the end by Small. 72 for 3. Rose with a lot of work to do. He does well. One of the more athletic fielders on the field. The Ken Moore Rose, also a very useful goalkeeper back in his head there. 73 for 3. Some adjustments, more adjustments being made in the field now as a man being sent all the way out onto the cover boundary to reinforce that offside field. Man from third man being asked to come around to point. The man from point being asked to come to a straightish extra cover. And the man sent down on the cover boundary. One man at long off, a man at long on. And Jordan comes to the edge of the circle at mid on. Ogis is bowling a delivery, which is being played to Jordan. And there is no run. 73 for 3. The batsman gone. Thomas Harris for 9. Bob Sherlin for 1. And Blackman for 1. As another delivery is driven to Rouse, who's done really good work in the outfield. Be interesting to see if he's called into the attack at some stage of this encounter. 72 for 3. A delivery punch to the left of that man again in Rouse. Goes, and this time, after just put the commentator's curse on him, really, this time he went down in the approved long barrier position, but he went down with a wide gap and a boundary. Conceded this time. 78 for 3. I would have just mentioned that he was a goalkeeper. Good thing he was not in the bars that time when he would have just given away a goal. 78 for 3. Remember, this is game number 9 in the Amas over 50s T20 competition. And Bruce is beaten with a delivery outside the yard stump, given a bit of error by Ogis. And at the end of over number 11, winning the toss and electing to bat with Birch on 38 and Bruce on 19, the Travelers, 78 for 3. As the off spinner in Paulette will continue from the sovereign end. A delivery punch down to the left of the man at long off. And the batsman with some urgency being shown in the running. Good enough to complete 2 runs. So Birch up to 40. And they score up to 80 for 3. So Birch looking to close in on what would be another half century in this tournament for him. Usually very, very prolific in this tournament. A gift really delivered by Paulette and punched through the offside. Good bit of work by Small on the cover boundary. And the batsman settled for 1 this time. So Birch picks up his 41st run and the 81st of the innings. As Bruce is steering the delivery past Jordan at that short third man region. But luckily for Jordan, Bruce ambling really in the running and only conceding 1 run. 82 for 3. Husbands would have completed his 4 overs. No maidens, 2 for 24. Small, 2 overs, none for 15. Lyndon Yard, 2 overs, 1 for 12. Emerson Jordan, 1 over for 13 runs as the delivery is hit to that man Small down on the sweeper boundary. So it's been some good work being done here by the Piranhas. Remember, they're a team, they're a winless team so far in the competition. They're really looking to improve on that today. And so far, they've done reasonably well in the field. A delivery hit down to long off for visions of a catch there for the man coming in at long off, but the ball lands safely in front of him, and then he bowls his return in. The batsman settled for one rather early in the piece. 84 for 3. Bruce up to 21, and Birch, who's got 42, comes back in the strike. Pole at 1.5 overs, none for 11. A delivery which is short and swung. Good bit of work there by the man on that forward square boundary. In fact, he signals a boundary. So the boundary to end the 12th over of the innings. And at the end of it, the Travelers, 88 for 3. And the 50 partnership coming up between these two as well. 50 partnership between Bruce and Birch, really setting the foundation now here for the Travelers. So at the end of 12, the Travelers 88 for 3. As a delivery is driven down to long on, where Lyndon Yard is in attendance. Looks rather fit, Lyndon Yard. 89 for 3. Short delivery, and this should be a boundary as it's swung backward of square. And that's also the 50 coming up for Birch. Well played by Owen Birch. Another 50 in this competition. 43 balls, 57 minutes of batting, 5 fours he struck, and really batting well. Continues to bat well in this tournament, Owen Birch. 93 for 3 now, the Travelers. Really now looking to step on the accelerator. Now would be a good time to mention some of our sponsors. Hebe's Beauty and Spa, Massage and Beauty Services. BJ's Auto Care. Jalan's Creations, Floral Arrangements and Fruit Baskets. Ricky's Driving School. Road to a Plastics Barbados Limited. JD's Enterprises. Black and White Whiskey. The Last Stop Bar and Eatery. MJ Air Care Services. Terry's Food Truck. Kermit's Bar. Keep in Touch Inc. Premier World Cargo Inc. Barbados National Oil Company, and the Amass Sporting Services. We want to continue to mention and thank our sponsors for coming on board with us. As the ball is now back with Ogis. Birch, who just brought up his half century, settles and waits. Delivery outside the yard stump. And the man comes around to his right. The diminutive fielder down there coming around to his right off the sweeper boundary. The batsman settled on one. Birch picks up his 51st run, and he scored 94 for 3. The current run rate now 7.52. This one is into the air and lands safely just in front of that man at backward point. And there is 1 run to Bruce, and the score up to 95 for 3. Can the Piranhas sting these Travelers? Some say a bite, I say a sting. A delivery punch into the offside. For another single. So this partnership between Birch and Bruce really pulling the Travelers team from a slippery slope. And this delivery hit high hard in the first maximum of the innings. Will also bring up the 100 as well for the Travelers team. 100 off 85 deliveries, 59 minutes of batting, 9 fours and 1 6 as Bruce picks up his 29th run and 102 for 3 to close out the 13th over. So at the end of 13, Bruce on 29, Birch on 52. The Travelers team, they won the toss. They are 102 for 3. Captain Jordan back into the attack. Starts with a well pitched up delivery and good bit of work there by O'Geese. And Bruce was a long way down looking for a single, but Birch not at all interested and sent Bruce back. And O'Geese really doing some good work there, diving away to his left and coming up with his stop. 102 for 3. Short delivery swung backward of square, and the batsman have enough time to complete 2 runs. Also last week, we would have had the first 100 of the tournament made by Ron Bates. 108 off 56 balls. He would have struck some 12 fours and 4 sixes. So the first 100 in the mass over 50s competition. A delivery driven sweetly through the offside by Birch to pick up his 55th run and the 105th run of the innings. 105 for 3. The batsman gone. Harris 9, Bab 1, and Blackman 1. As the delivery is being played into the offside, and yet again with Lyndon Yard bustling coming in at that point region, not good enough to prevent the single, and Bruce through for his 30th run, and the Travelers up to 106 for 3. 2 legal deliveries remain in the 14th over, being bowled by the captain in Emerson Jordan, who's bowling a short delivery, and Birch gets on top of it and swings it to the left of that man coming around off the forward square boundary, who sends his strong return up to the bowler's end. The batsman settle on 1. 107 for 3. Short delivery, fielder on the forward square boundary does the fielding. Some thought he would have made a better effort at taking the catch, but he settled to save the boundary. And at the end of the 14th over, the Travelers with Birch on 56, Wilbert Bruce, he's got 31, winning the toss and electing the bat. They're 108 for 3. So the 7th bowler now being introduced by the Piranhas side is going to be Kenmore Rouse to come into the attack to bowl what should be the 15th over. Starts with a short delivery, which is swung forward of square and into the boundary. So it's short delivery, not a lot of pace. And there was the batsman in Bruce rocking onto the back foot and lofting it into the onside. Another boundary to Bruce. His 4th of the innings. And he's quickly now up to 35. 35 from 21 deliveries. As we wait on the ball to be returned. Mention our sponsors yet again. Hebe's Beauty and Spa. BJ's Auto Care. Jalan's Creations. Ricky's Driving School. Roto Plastics Barbados Limited. JD's Enterprises. Black and White Whiskey. The Last Stop Bar and Eatery. MJA Car Services. Terry's Food Truck. Kermit's Bar, a place where Andy Payne spends a lot of time. Keep in Touch Inc. Premier World Cargo Inc. Barbados National Oil Company Limited and the Amas Sporting Services. Proud sponsors of this, the Amas over 50s T20 competition. As the ball is back with Rouse, who bowls a good delivery this time, brings Bruce forward, and this time there is no run. So a good comeback here from Kenmore Rouse. I think he's a product of the Corjan Parish School. Schoolmate of one Andy Payne, Pedro Agard. Bruce, I think, went to Princess Margaret. And a maximum by Bruce there. A delivery drifting onto the pads. And if those of you who know Bruce knows that's one of his strong areas. And lofting this one over the forward square ridge. So his second maximum, Bruce. He's quickly up to 41 or 41 from 23 deliveries. The score 118 as umpire Orient Seal checks to see if there's any damage done to that ball there as it struck a utility pole. So Rouse coming in for some rough treatment. Bowls a delivery which is being tugged to the captain Jordan, who does well in preventing it from passing him. So 118 for 3. Bruce is bowled, hitting across the line. So Rouse with the last laugh, getting his number over Bruce, dismissing Bruce in an over that cost some 10 runs, a 6 and a 4. With the last laugh, Rouse dismissing Bruce bowled for 41. So wicket number 4 goes down at the end of over number 15. 118 for 4. The Travelers team, remember, the won the toss and decided to take first knock. The new batsman is Gavin Beresford, stalwart at the Wanderers club. As we see the two umpires converging to have a conversation. All is well, that ends well. Good sportsmanship there on the part of Captain Emerson Jordan. So Beresford will open his account as another delivery pitched on the pads is whipped through the forward square region where Small has to come off the boundary, sends his return up to the bowler's end. And finally, the end of over number 15, the Travellers team with Birch on 56, Beresford on 1. At the end of 15 overs, there are 119 for 4.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
As Jordan will continue, a delivery which well pitched up and driven down to long on. A man in that straight long on position looks like Rouse doing the fielding. So 120 for 4. So really switching around his bowlers and Captain Emerson Jordan. Some 7 bowlers have been used already. Really not allowing the batsmen to get on top of any particular bowler. Really ringing the changes as Birch waits on Jordan. Birch is steering this delivery to the right of the man Husbands at third man and will come back quite easily for the second run. Score up to 122. 122 for 4. Birch picking up his 58th run. Visions of getting up to 100. To join Bates as being a century maker in this tournament. A delivery which is punch to O'Geese, who gets down and prevents that one from passing him. So the 123rd run being taken and Birch up to 59. Brings Beresford, who's got 2 into strike. Former stalwart at the Wanderers Club. A club which won their first top flight cricket title after 42 years. Last season, winning the elite division. 124 for 4. As Beresford just picked up his 3rd run. Short delivery swung straight to that man on the forward square region, protecting that boundary there. He's really done a lot of work, that diminutive fella out there. 125 for 4. Well, they've got 2 smalls on the field. Morrison Small, the man who's doing that good work. So at the end, it looks like the end of over number 16, which was bowled rather quickly there by the captain Jordan to finish his 3rd over as well. 3 overs, no middles, none for 26. At the end of 16, the Travellers team are 126 for 4. As we continue with Rouse, delivery which is hit through that man at point, and Small with a lot of work to do coming around off the sweeper boundary sends a good return too up to the keeper, but Sean Hines really not helping out in the field at all as he 128 for 4, start of 17th over. So it's really been some good tight stuff on offer here by the bowlers from the Piranhas side. Remember, they're looking for their first win in this year's tournament. Trying to get off the mark today. Can they do so? As Rouse bowls a short delivery. Beresford onto the back foot and pulling it backward of square. They've gone for 1. They able to come back for the second run quite easily as they fielded down there. Really not a real powerful arm, and the batsman decided to take his arm on to complete the second run. 130 for 4. Beresford waits on Rouse. Punches this one into the vacant. A lot of real estate on the onside. The Husbands comes off to do the fielding. In fact, Jordan, the captain, doing the fielding there. Sitting on the edge of the circle at that wideish mid-wicket region. There's a field at home at Long On and Linden Yard. This one tugged into the onside again by Birch this time. And the opening bowler, goes down in the approved long barrier position and prevents any possibility of his second run. Sends a good return too, up to Rouse. This has been a much better over delivered by Rouse's first over, cost 10 runs, conceded a maximum amount of boundary, but so far delivered some 4 deliveries and just singles so far coming off. This one is hit down to Long On, Linden Yard, with a lot of work to do going around to his right. He looks really fit. Linden Yard, befitting of his age. Spends a lot of time running around the garrison. $133 for 4. Also a product of the Garrison School, so I've been told he knows that area very well. 133 for 4. Rouse looking to close out over number 17. Bowls delivery which is struck down to Long On. And yet again, Linden Yard will get into the way to prevent any further possibility of any more runs being taken. And at the end of 17 overs, another good over delivered by Kenmore Rouse. The Travelers team with Birch on 62, Beresford on 10. They are 134 for 4. So Linden Yard returns from the southern end. He's at the top of his mark to start what should be over number 18. A delivery, which is signaled leg by umpire Bellamy. As the delivery angled into the pads by Yard. Some 11 extras conceded in this inning so far. As Beresford will wait on the pacey Yard, who's bowling a quick delivery outside the off stump and left alone by Beresford. The fielder at that backward point region. A lot of vacant estate down to the third man region. Yard with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fielders on the onside. Is bowling a delivery which is being steered into that vacant third man region because that man at third man is really, really wide. So an easy boundary conceded there by Linden Yard and his teammates as he score now up to 139 for 4. So now they're asking the man from backward square to come to the third man position. They're asking the man at backward square to come around somewhere to his right. They're asking Jordan, the captain, to come to point. and sending the man right down on the third man boundary in Husbands. So it looks now a much better feel. I'm going to ask Andy Payne to join me for the second half of this game. He'll get some expert comments. You know, he plays his trade. He's a real golfer by profession, but he's been around the cricket circuit, played for Maple. So we'll get some expert comments from Andy Payne. He's the manager at Maple when they were demoted, you know, Philip. $139 for 4. 17.3 overs have been completed. As Yard is bowling a delivery, which is hit uppishly to the man at mid-wicket, and there is no run. Looks like Powlett getting in the way there. Birch was interested in the single, but his partner in Beresford definitely not at all interested in the single and sent Birch back. 139 for 4. All is well that ends well in the end.
So, Kurt, you're suggesting that Andy is a better golfer than a manager?
Well, you don't get demoted in golf for sure.
There's no two-tier system in golf?
There's no two-tier system in golf. What I know about golf is that you may be handicapped. That is one of the terms really used in golf. 139 for 4. You ever played golf, Philip?
Mini golf.
Mini golf?
With the kids.
Well, I'm gonna get an invitation for you with Andy to go try out one of the local golf courses so we can expand your expertise in golf.
That may not end well for me.
As a wayward delivery delivered here by Lyndon Yard and wide, called by umpire Bellamy, as the 12th extra comes up on the 140. 140 for 4. One legal delivery remaining in the 18th over, and yet again on the final delivery of an over, Lyndon Yard concedes an extra. Really not want to close out the over properly at all in this spell. 140 for 4. Short delivery. Beresford is pulling into the onside. A lot of vacant real estate as Small. Morrison Small getting in rather quickly. And this time, Birch is looking for the second run, and a good throw up to the bowler's end will prevent the batsman from conceding that second run. And at the end of over number 18, 141 for 40 Travellers with Birch on 62 and Beresford on 15. Time in his spell that Jordan would have bowled a 4 over spell in 4 spells. Starts with a full delivery into the pads, and Birch whipping it behind square, and this time they will come for the second run as he feel that the batsmen have realized that he doesn't have the strongest of arms, and capitalize on it and coming back easily for that second run. So 143 for 4. The batsman gone. Thomas Harris for 9, Sherlin Babb for 1, Winston Blackman for 1, and Wilbert Bruce for 41. 143 for 4. Visions of getting up to 165, maybe 170 from here. Wait to see when the acceleration in this innings will come, as Beresford waits on Jordan. Jordan bowls a full delivery. Beresford will pick up his 18th run, and the score up to 144 for 4. Over number 19. Being bowled by the captain, Emerson Jordan, 3.2 overs before this, none for 29. Nice, gentle, easy action. Down the tracker when he gets there. A slower delivery and he's bowled, deceived. Birch trying to up the ante and Jordan staying around the stumps. So Birch in his Compton, and well played innings by Owen Birch as well. 62 from some 56 deliveries. 85 minutes of batting would have struck some 5-4s, striking at 110.7. So wicket number 5 goes down. The Travelers now 144 for 5. The new batsman is Wesley Straker. So Jordan picking up his first wicket in this encounter. The important wicket too of Owen Birch, who really was the mainstay himself and Wilbert Bruce. 41. Beresford, 18, the only other batsman to get into double figures. A delivery which is beating the batsman straight outside the off stump. And question being asked by the keeper of umpire Bellamy about a possible stumping chance. Umpire Bellamy signals in the negative. Two umpires, umpire Bellamy and Seal. Two very good young umpires. 144 for 5. Another good stop by the keeper. So it's been a good over so far, delivered by Jordan. Looking to close it out now. Can the captain Emerson Jordan close out the 19th over? 144 for 5. Remember, the Piranhas really looking to get some points on the table. They really need to win this one, as a delivery which is bringing the batsman forward, and he will pick up an easy single to close out over number 19. And at the end of it, Straker, he's got one. Beresford on 18. And the Travelers team winning the toss after 19 overs. They're 145 for 5. Lyndon, the bogeyman yard, will be entrusted to bowl the final over. A delivery which the batsman is coming forward and turning it into the onside. The bowler in his follow through will collect 146 for 5. as Straker goes down the wicket to do a bit of gardening. And Yard making his way back to the top of his mark rather slowly, thinking about what would be his best delivery at this stage of the innings. Another good delivery, tucking the batsman up and having a swing at it is Beresford coming off his body, and leg by will be signaled. In fact, no signal coming from the umpire, so a bit of bat involved. 147. 4 legal deliveries remain. Visions of getting up to 155 from here. Lyndon Yard with other ideas. Delivery which is driven uppishly to that man at long off, who lobs his return back to the bowler. And the batsmen have already settled for 1 run. 148 for 5. $148 for 5. Yard making some more adjustments in the field, strengthening the offside field. He has a man at third man. He has a man at backward point, a very fine backward point. He has a man at point. He has a man on the sweeper boundary, a man at long off, and a man in at that short extra cover. Down the tracker when he gets there, hits it just over that man who was just placed at that short extra cover region in Powlett, and the batsmen have completed 2 runs. As Small will send his return up to the bowler's end. So there was Yard bringing the fielder in, and the batsman hitting the ball over Powlett, who would have been better placed at the edge of the circle. So the 150 comes up off 126 deliveries, 92 minutes of batting, 11 fours and 2 sixes. 150 for 5. 2 legal deliveries remain in the 20th over. Down the tracker when he gets there. He's swinging this one into the onside. Rouse is onto it. Straker looking for the second run, but Beresford not at all interested in the second run unless he takes it in a taxi. 151 for 5. So, the final delivery of this one. Straker, he's on 3 as long as it's a legal delivery. Questions being asked of Straker about his boundary hitting powers or lack thereof. 151 for 5. Straker waits on Lyndon Yard. Straker's attempting a dink, and there is no run. So at the end of the 20 overs, quickly I'll endeavor to run through the scorecard for you. Owen Burt 62, Thomas Harris 9, Sherland Babb 1, Winston Blackman 1, Wilbert Bruce 41, Gavin Beresford 22, Wesley Straker not on 3. There were some 12 extras made up of 3 leg byes, 7 wides, and 2 no balls in a total of 151. Bowling for the Piranhas side, Ronnie Husbands 4 overs, 2 for 24. Gregory Small 2 overs, no middles, none for 15. Lyndon the Boogeyman Yard 4 overs, no middles, 1 for 24. Emerson Jordan 4 overs, no middles, 1 for 30. Malcolm Powlett 2 overs, no middles, none for 15. Albert Ogies 2 overs, no middles, none for 21. Kenmore Rouse 2 overs, no middles, 1 for 19. So, in response, the Piranhas team, if they're to get their first victory in this competition, they will need to get up to 152. Quickly, before we go to the break, I'll again mention our sponsors: Hebe's Beauty and Spa, BJ's Auto Care, Jelan's Creations, Ricky's Driving School, Roto Plastics Barbados Limited, JD's Enterprises, Black and White Whiskey, The Last Stop Bar and Eatery, MJ Air Car Services, Terry's Food Truck, Kermit's Bar, Keep in Touch Inc., Premier World Cargo Inc., and the Barbados National Oil Company Limited, and the Amas Sporting Services. So, at the break, the Travelers, they're 151 for 5, and in response, the Piranhas will need to get up to 152 if they are indeed to register their first win in this year's tournament. So, not yet. As we get ready for the resumption here in game number 9 in the Amas over 50s T20 competition, the Piranhas trying to get over the line for the first time to get some points in the tournament. They will need to get up to 152. The two opening batsmen are in the middle. The opening batsmen are Husbands and Small, Marson Small, the diminutive player being entrusted with the opening batsman's responsibilities. We'll be looking to get his team off to a good start. But 152, as I say, a good afternoon to Andy Payne.
Very good afternoon, Kurt. Pleasure to be here with you.
Well, yes, welcome. The Piranhas, Andy, with a lot of work to do. They need to get up to 152 in this encounter if they're really to get over the line.
Yes, a big ask by them.
As Grant, the left-arm spinner who played for the Central Club, will start proceedings from the northern end. Beat Small outside the off stump as that one should be taken by the keeper. Short delivery being swung down behind square. They've gone for one. Will they come back for the second, Andy? Bruce is after it. And Bruce threatens to throw, then lobs his return up to the keeper's end. So off and running is Small. He picked up his first run and they're one without loss.
Yeah, a short ball there by Grant on that occasion. Pulled down to square leg, and Bruce moved away from slip, running all around to collect. He didn't need to give a powerful throw as it was just an amble for that one, Kurt. So he's making some adjustments. So he's one of the more economical bowlers in this team, Kurt, Sean Cleveland Grant.
Not only in this team, but he's also one of the more economical bowlers in the tournament. Short delivery outside the yard. Up there's the batsman Husbands. And for those of you who don't know Husbands, I think that's his strong shot.
Yeah, generally he's strong on the offside. Rodney Husbands, also known as Biggs, is a former Maple player.
Standing tall and punching this one into the offside, and there's no run. What year would have Husbands really played his trade for the Maple side, Andy?
Well, Maple was established in 1968, and I think Husbands started then.
Whoa. Well, this is a over 50s competition, so yeah, understandable. Delivery played into the onside this time, and a really fleet-footed looking Warren. Fleet-footed looking Warren coming around, and there's no run. So it's been a good start by Grant. And at the end of over number 1, Payne just conceding 1 run. So Grant, with his usually economical self, starts well.
Yeah, very consistent bowler, Cleveland Grant. Again, just bowling the ball, see it moving in with the arm there into both batters, not being able to get him away, not giving him any room so they can get under him. So that's a very good start there for the Challengers team.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
So Payne Harris really a star boy in this Travelers lineup. He opens the batting and the bowling.
Yeah, Thomas Harris, he one who's not shy of a word at any point, either Kurt Sean. So you can see him setting his field, and he'll be very vocal out there.
I think Birch told me that he has some kind of financial standing as well as being a part of his sponsorship. And you know Birch is a man who usually leans on his sponsors.
Sponsorship is very integral in any organization. So
keeping the sponsors happy. So it's going to be Thomas Harris, a stalwart of the Pickwick side, which is just a few meters up the road from here. Been a Brown Pickwick for a long time.
Before that, he would also play for the Banks team back in the day.
Useful off spinner. Starts with a short delivery where Small is onto the back foot and punching back to the ball, and there's no run. Delivery which is bringing the batsman forward, well, ball well flighted by Thomas Harris.
Yeah, he's found a good length immediately as he came into the attack. So that's two good deliveries just there or there about the off stump. Not giving Small any room to free his arms. So good start that by Thomas Harris.
Well, we paying you're also playing in this tournament as well. I'll get back to that after this delivery, as a delivery outside the off stump and Small punching, but not really far, as the man from point has to jog, and it looks like the left-handed Grant doing the fielding there, and yet again paying there's no run.
Yeah, another good delivery by Thomas Harris, buying on that off stump. Just coming on a good length. He's not getting too full, like we said, for Small to get under him, but utilizing the pitch and bowling the ball hard into the pitch and just asking the batsman to do most of the running.
And this one gets a bit of bounce and a good take by wicketkeeper Bird. So it's been a really good start by Thomas Harris. 4 dot deliveries to start over number 2, and Small will be trying to find ways in which he can find a way to score, really. He's tugging this one into the onside, and you know that the Piranhas team, they've brought their own cheerleaders. They've got their own pom-pom girls here, Ronald Ratcurtain and Rodney Simpson. They are not the pom-pom girls, Payne.
I thought that was very advocating. But yes, they've got a big support cast here, the Piranhas, and they'll be hoping that they could impress their fans this afternoon, Kurt, and like you said, get their first victory and their first points on the cards.
Lyndon Yard, he's also a member of that team with Ronald Ratcurtain and Simpson. They're missing one shorty, Leo. Used to score a lot of runs for the technical side. As Harris bowls a delivery to the man Husbands, who's driving expansively outside the off stump, but yet again being taken by the keeper, and there is no run. So to close out, over number 2 at the end of it, in pursuit of a target of 152, they require a further 150 runs after 2. They're 2 without loss.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851.
Spin of Grant will continue from the northern end to start over number 3. He's bowling to Small, and Small is bowled. So Small's contribution is just like his name, Andy.
Very small. But a good delivery there by Cleveland Grant. Just bowling that one full into the stumps. Arming it in again, Kurt Sean. Not giving the batter any room to get onto that one. And cannon into that off stump. And they've lost their first wicket, the Piranhas.
Well, yes. for the Piranhas side. Remember, the target is 152, Andy. They're 3 for 1.
Yeah, very much so. Behind the 8 ball, as we would say. We need to probably much just try to get on with it a little bit more, just get the singles going. But that's not happening as these opening pair have been very tight.
So Grant looking to close out the 3rd over. Goes to Husbands. Husbands is turning this one pleasantly behind square, gone for 1. They should come for the 2nd run. I think if Hines can hustle, he will be interested in the 3rd run, but they've settled quite easily for the 2nd run. So well played there by Husbands. The delivery angle into the pass, and he good enough to turn it into the onside. So to close out, over number 3 in pursuit of a target of 152, which looks as far as Boscobel. You're 5 for 1. It is going to be Harris to continue from the southern end of the ground. He'll be bowling to Sean Hines. And Birch, very meticulous in his field setting, Andy.
Very much so. A very experienced campaigner, Owen Birch.
As a delivery which is bringing the batsman forward, and to that man that was just brought in by Birch. And Birch has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men in the offside, saving a single.
Yeah, very attacking in the ring here. You saw Birch as Commissars continue to be down that off-stump line. So he's reinforced his feeders in that area. And Hines said he's not very fast between the wickets. So good bowling and good work by Birch, the captain.
A flighted delivery this time played to the man at that mid-off region. And this time, Hines goes for that quick single. And he will get it quite easily too, Andy. So a single taken, 6 for 1.
Yeah, good urgency by Hines on that occasion. Hitting that one up to the man at mid-off. And picking up what was an easy single in the end. So that's the kind of intent you want to see these batters go on with.
And it was well taken too because it was to Grant's right hand. Remember, he's a left-handed player. So well taken single as Harris bowls a delivery down the leg side and wide, called by umpire Bellamy, Alex Bellamy. And what are your thoughts on the 2 umpires, Andy?
2 young men playing, coming out here in SCA, their talent, Alex Bellamy and Orion Seal. Good to see the youngsters portraying their skills here in this Amas competition, Kurt.
A delivery which is driven straightly through the offside. They've gone for 1. It will pitch. Will it get close to the boundary? Will have to come back for the 2nd run. This is the man jog 2 there, Andy. I think they could have shown a little bit more urgency in the run. And there was the batsman probably thinking that one would have gone a lot closer to the boundary or into the boundary, Andy. But a poor bit of running.
Well, you spoke about the golf in Paris a bit earlier. That one was probably hit with a pitching wedge, Kurt. You just saw it just hitting over the offside. And a high in the air wouldn't have the legs to carry over the fence. So he just needed to run a bit quicker. But he thought he was going to the boundary.
A delivery which is steered to the man at backward point. And there is no run. So Husbands, he's 4 from 8 deliveries. His loss is opening partner Morrison Small for 2. And he's been joined by Sean Hines, who's 2 from 6 deliveries, Andy. So really not a lot of emphasis being placed on the batting power play. So maybe just looking to have a solid start. And then the big hitters like the likes of Lyndon Yard and those likes can come to the fore.
Yeah, Emerson Jordan, that lot at the back end. But, Kurt, I just thought there needs to be a bit more aggressive in this power play. Albeit Ronnie Husbands, he's not generally an aggressive player. He's more of a stroke maker. And haven't been able to get the spin off him as freely as he would like.
A delivery which is bringing him forward once more. And yet again, he's turning it into the onside. And there is no run. So at the end of over number 4, Andy, before we switch off, we are going to do a short presentation, the presentation of the blue cap. Remember this blue cap, Andy Payne, is sponsored by Roto Plastics Barbados Limited, and it's being presented to Troy Toppin for the leading bowler in the tournament. He has 7 wickets, and he also has the best figures in the tournament, including a hat trick. So the presentation being made by the chief cook and bottle watcher, Mr. Anthony Morris, to Troy Toppin of the Challengers, the leading bowler in the tournament. He puts on his blue cap, Andy. So
well done to Troy Toppin. Again, a former teammate of mine doing the coach in Paris School. Troy well done, a hat trick as well, as you said, Kurt. Sean figures of 5 for 5 in his allotment. So very well done to young Troy Toppin.
I didn't even know that Troy Toppin made the Cordian Party, and I realized there are a lot of Cordian Party boys in the east of the island.
Well, we came a long way out here to enhance the competition, so to speak. So it's good to see the likes of Troy Toppin. Owen Birch came more roast earlier in this encounter.
Well, yes, so as I look to my right, Andy, I see a stalwart in the east. A man who's believed that one of the ends at the Brayton Club should be named after him, Dave Taki Herwood. He's been left out of this Travelers lineup, Andy.
I think he's carrying an injury, Kurt.
It might be a growing strain. Delivery. This should be the first boundary of this innings, Andy. A lofted drive over long on, a full delivery. One of the first few loose deliveries on offer by Grant, and the batsman good enough to get it over the onside for the first boundary of the innings.
Power there, Sean Hines, over pitched by Cleveland Grant, and he got it on the full. I was able to hit it over the long area, who was just about 3/4 away in Kurt Strawn. Now he's being sent back to complete the full allotment. And you see the mid-off fielder coming in, but Sean Hines a big guy, and as he got that one on the full, he was good enough to hit it over the long on area for his first match, for the first boundary.
Andy, the left-arm spinner wants the long on back, and Sean Hines hitting across the line, Andy, and he's lost his leg stump, and the bails in the process. So wicket number 2 goes down, but it was interesting, the thought process of Captain Birch here, sending the long on down. Plastics Barbados Limited, JD's Enterprises, Black and White Whiskey. I'm sure you would have had a lot of that, Andy Payne. The Last Stop Bar and Eatery, MJ's Car Services, Terry's Food Truck, my good man, good friend of mine, Terry Seal, Kermit's Bar, Andy, top of Thornbury Hill. You would know that area very well. Keep in Touch Inc., Premier World Cargo Inc., the Barbados National Oil Company Limited, and the Amas Sporting Services. Andy Payne, we want to thank our sponsors.
Again, good to have the sponsors on board. Kudos to all the sponsors. And the product here, Kurt Strong, is very good, a good product. You've seen the players over 50 masters, but they've really got some very competitive play. As you see, Cleveland Grant continues to be very economical and picking up wickets. He's done well in this tournament throughout the inception.
Well, yes, from the inception of the tournament, Cleveland Grant has been one of the standout bowlers. And Albert O'Geese now comes to the crease playing. He's usually a no-nonsense batter, so it'll be interesting to see his approach. As he's getting a delivery outside the off stump, attempts a cut, and well taken by keeper Birch. Also a product of the Cordian Party School, also a good wicket keeper like yourself, Andy Payne.
I don't know about myself, but he's a good wicket keeper.
Well, at least I let you tell the truth. You speak the truth, Andy Payne. 13 for 2. The target is 152, as Grant bowls a flighted delivery to Augie, who's driving through the offside. Runs for him here, he's gone for 1. Come back for the second run. What I can tell you about Augie will bring some urgency as well, Andy Payne, to the running.
It's a good urgency being shown by Augie, but that's a lovely shot over the offside. Again, Cleveland Grant giving that one a little bit of air and a bit outside the offside on this occasion, Kurt, and saw Augie cashing into that one. Like you said, he's a no-nonsense batter, and that's the kind of intent that his team would like him to continue and carry on.
15 for 2 as Augie waits on Grant. And Augie is driving down to the bowler who doesn't take clean, and he will get an easy single down to the man at that 3/4 way in Straker, down to the mid-off region. He gets a single. So Augie will pick up his 3rd run and his 16th run of the innings. Andy, but as I look around the ground, I see a lot of spectators here and a lot of fan club. But the players with the fan club, namely Dave Herwood, not playing, Simpson, Rat, not playing, but they've got the largest fan club.
Well, I think they came for a picnic, Kurt.
16 for 2. The target is 152. A slow flighted delivery, driven sweetly through the offside by Husbands. They've gone for 1. I can assure you that Augie will come back for the second run quite easily, as the fielders down there do a bit of work there, and a good teamwork. The man pulling it back for his teammate who was trailing, and then sent the return up to the wicket keeper's end, which is well backed up in the end. So at the end of over number 5, Andy, it's been really slow going. But remember, the Piranhas, they're 18 for 2 in pursuit of a target of 152.
From that, the southern end, ball into Ogis. Flighted delivery. And Ogis goes into a lovely drive, hitting that one past the man at backward point. It's going to run close to the boundary. He's not going to carry on, but 2 more runs to Ogis. Like you said, Kurt, from the time he got to this crease, you saw the intent to score. And that's what the Piranhas are probably missing in some of the earlier overs.
Well, yes, well, Ogis will bring that positive and aggressive intent. And this is really what was needed, because at the end of the 5th over in the power play pen, 18 for 2 really doesn't inspire a lot of confidence in the batters, really. So they really need now for Ogis to continue and to bat deep into this innings.
Again, a fuller delivery, ball on the off stump there by Thomas Harris. And Ogis again working that one to that man at square, just for a single. But again, he just intent to score. That looks very good for this Piranhas team. It's just for probably Husbands to try to get him back on strike.
Well, yes, Husbands. Now his job really is to keep rotating the strike and leaving the boundary hitting to Ogis. And there's a flighted delivery that's not taken by the keeper. And Harris with hand on head as a bye is conceded by wicketkeeper Owen Birch, just as we praised him about his good wicket keeping.
But that's a difficult take there. But Thomas Harris again honing in on middle stump there to Husbands and just beat him in the full. Lucky enough that it missed all the stumps, Kurt, but a good delivery there by Thomas Harris, zoning into those stumps, and unfortunately not taken cleanly by Birch.
A beauty of a delivery there, pitching on about the off stump and going out further on with the arm. A good ball delivered there by Thomas Harris, beating Ogis all lines up, and this time taken by keeper Birch.
Yeah, the bounce was a bit more better there for Birch on this occasion, but Thomas Harris continues to be tight, just bowling there in that off stump area. A good work there by Ogis on this occasion, working that one into the mid-wicket area, Kurt, for an easy single. So again, he's just intent to score on every delivery, and this is good batting there by Ogis.
Yeah, good batting by Ogis, good enough to come inside his wicket and turn a delivery. Off spinner into the onside, picked up an easy single to the right of the man coming around at mid-wicket. So good batting by Ogis. He's done well so far. He's 7 from 7 deliveries.
Striking out a runner ball. Good batting by Ogis. Thomas Harris up to balls there. And you saw Husbands going for a swing outside the leg stump. On that occasion, not taking any contact off the pads and going into the mid-wicket area as he overcomes to an end, Kurt.
And at the end, Andy, really of the batting power play after 6 overs, the Piranhas in pursuit of a target of 152 after 6 overs, Andy, they're 23 for 2.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
He's going to bowl out his allotment. He'll be bowling for Ogis. Kurt, his figures.
3 overs, no maidens, 2 for 13. So he's really doing some good work for his captain here in the power play. And now outside of the power play as well, he's going to be interested to bowl what should be his final over.
Good delivery again by Grant. Bowling that one again, coming into the arm to the right-hander. And the bounce. Ogis a very short man, and he just needs to pick his length to those deliveries if he's going to try to hit him over the mid-wicket area. So another good delivery there by Grant. Seems to have come off the inside edge and onto the pads of keeper Birch and hitting the wicket. So another lovely delivery there by Grant. He's into ball now again to Orgis. He was going down the pitch and leaving his crease. He's out stumped, Kurt Sean. A delivery flighted outside the off stump, and Orgis coming down, missing it completely, and out stumped by umpire, but given out by umpire. Is that Bellamy?
Alex Bellamy. So down the track, and when he got there, he wasn't at the pitch of the ball. He still went through with the stroke. He missed it completely, and wicketkeeper Birch whipped the bails off quite quickly, and umpire Bellamy raising that dreaded index finger. So wicket number 3 goes down, and the Piranhas now, Andy, really swimming in shallow waters. They're 23 for 3. Fill up. Or replay that.
I hate pass. Picks up some 3 wickets for his team and got the Piranhas in a lot of trouble here, Kurt. It's a big ask for them if they're going to get up to the target. You see Cleveland Grant again, bowling that one into the arm. Paulette's long forward, playing that one back to the bowler, no run. So single for Paulette. He's off the mark. That one played square to the point area and pick up a single. So the score moves up, Kurt.
To 24 for 3 at the end of over number 7. And at the end of over number 7 in pursuit of a target of 152 for victory after 7 overs, 24 for 3.
Yeah, we didn't see. But we didn't say that he carried the ball.
Continue with his opening bowler in Thomas Harris. 3 overs, no maidens, none for 10. And he's really bowled out his 2 opening spinners.
Well, they've been economical. They've been picking up wickets, so I don't think he needed to change anything. So good aggressive captaincy there by Owen Birch.
As a delivery steered down to third man by the batsman in Paulette. Used to be a real hard hitter, Andy Payne. So if he gets going here, the Piranhas still will be in this one. But he really needs to get going and get going quickly as the 25th run comes up 25 for 3. The batsman gone. Marson Small for 2. Sean Hines for 6 and Albert Orgis for 7 as a delivery which is beating the batsman outside the off stump. The current run rate 3.41 and the required run rate 10.03.
Yeah, so the run rate is escalating, Kurt, up with the 10s now, and they need to really get after it. Like you said, the likes of Paulette would need to get on with it.
Well, really getting on with the run rate is Husbands as a flighted delivery is lofted over the wide long on region. So first signs of aggressive intent by Husbands as he picks up his first maximum. He goes up to 13 and he scored 31 for 3.
A lovely shot there by Rodney Husbands, giving him some air by Thomas Harris. And he hit that one a long way over the long on area, over the road, just being retrieved now by a spectator passing by. But a lovely shot there by Rodney Husbands. That one given ear and hit it wide over the long one area, getting close to that one, Kurt, and giving it the full treatment.
Well, yes, he will have to do lots more of that if his team are to get anywhere close or even over the line there. 31 for 3, Andy. They require a further 121 runs. As Husbands is getting a flighted delivery. He's driving at it outside the yard stump. Ball comes off the outside portion down to short third man as the return is sent past the keeper, but well backed up there by Beresford. So the 32nd run being taken. Husbands goes to 14, and Powlett, who's got 2, comes back in the strike.
Yeah, but good aggressive intent there again by Husbands. That one giving some air outside the off stump. He went for a big drive, peeling off the outside edge and going to the man there at the short third man.
A delivery which is being steered to the left of the man at that short third man region in Warren, who then sends a return up to the keeper's end, and the batsman get a single, so one more to Powlett and one more to the score. So they really now trying to forge a partnership here, and they paying this partnership just 10 runs, but some good signs for the Piranhas.
Yeah, like you said, the run rate required is over 10 runs or over, so they need to get on with it. And again, another lovely shot there being played by Husbands. Open up his face on that one and hitting it back towards the point. He's only going to get one as a feeder down there on the point boundary, giving good work. But a good shot again there by Husbands. Ear breaking by Harris outside the off stump, and he goes into an aggressive shot, but can't able to beat the field out there as he overcomes an end.
Yeah, so your good friend Sherlin Bob, Andy Payne, doing some bit of footwork on the point boundary. So at the end of Harris's spell, 4 overs, no middens, none for 20. So he was economical as well. The Piranhas in pursuit of a target of 152 after 8 overs. Andy Payne did 34 for 3. In the caps for the leading players in the tournament, sponsored by Roto Plastics Barbados Limited. And we've got Adrian Braffett with the most runs. He's wearing the orange cap. Troy Toppin, wearing the blue cap. Andy Payne, he was just presented with that by Anthony Morris for his 7 wickets. He also picked up a hat-trick. And the white cap, the best fielder in Shem Springer from Travelers as well, Andy Payne. So we want to thank our sponsors again, Roto Plastics Barbados Limited, for providing the leading players in the tournament with their caps. And they would wear those caps onto the field of play, Andy.
Lovely initiative there again by the organizers of this tournament, Kurt Strong, to have the leading players in this tournament being presented to those caps, and Roto Plastic, like you said, coming to the fore and offering that support to the Amas group. Very well done again.
Do you think you will get any of those caps, Andy?
I'll be challenging for one.
Which one?
I don't bowl.
As they've been hitting in the air, the keeper can't find it, and Birch, they've gone for one. They should come back for the second run quite easily, being a short delivery. The batsman top edge in this one, wicketkeeper Birch, was on-sighted, and it landed safely down in the short fine leg region. So 2 runs, 2 Husbands.
Yes, it looks like Gittins coming to the attack there. Delivery has given big back of the length, and you saw Husbands going for a shot, a pull, and not being able to connect cleanly, but top edge and Birch losing it in the air, and they were able to come back for 2 runs, Kurt Strong. 36 for 3, the required run rate 9.94, so they're dragging it by the way. The current rate 4.32. The bowler is Ronnie Gittins, and Springer. He looks a lot like Ronnie Gittins though. Similarly built, yeah.
But Springer.
He's supposedly a white cap, isn't he?
He's the leading fielder.
But here he is in the bowling arena.
So unlike you, Andy Payne, he's competing for 2 of these caps.
Indeed.
36 for 3. It's been a good start by the man Springer, who's been the leading fielder in this tournament so far. He 2 catches on a run with this one. A magnificent shot there. As an over pitch delivery on the pads, and whipped into the onside, another boundary to, it looks like, Husbands. So Husbands continue to go merrily along as we have one of the cheerleaders making her way on to change Husbands' bat.
Well, it seems like some kind of strategy as well to kind of distract the opposition.
Well, she seems to be carrying a message as well for Husbands because she's been out there really long to change that wood.
She carries it well.
40 for 3, Andy Payne. Remember, the target is 152. So it's been a good partnership here developing between these two 17-run partnerships so far. Husbands is on 21, and with him is Paulette on 3. The batsman gone Small for 2, Hines for 6, and Ogies for 7.
But lovely to see Husbands going into his second gear now, Kurt Sean, and going and getting the boundaries, getting the ball off of him. He started a bit casual.
He will really need to go deep though, Andy, because we are still only in over number 9. So still a lot of work for him to do as he gets a delivery down the leg side and wide call by umpire Orient Seal. One more to the score. Takes it up to 40 for 3. Remember, the target is 152. They've got all of 20 overs in which to get there.
Yeah, but putting the pressure on Springer there, just trying to get it into the house straight and erring on the leg side for a wide.
A delivery short and whipped into the onside. Gone for 1. Not a lot of urgency being shown by Paulette looking for that second run at all, Andy Payne. So they were set up quite early for 1.
Well, yeah, we see Paulette. He's ambling around there and is in the middle. I think he's got some kind of injury with his legs. So he's not going to be as aggressive with his running as Husbands would like him to be. So what should have been 2 turned into 1.
42 for 3. 2 legal deliveries remain in the 9th over of the innings as Springer on his way into bowl the Paulette. And Paulette is tugging this one down to long on from outside the yard stump. Warren, the fielder at long on is in attendance. The batsman have enough time to complete a single. And at the end, Andy, at the end of over number 9, the Piranhas in pursuit of a target of 152. After 9, they are 43 for 3. The leg spinner from St. Joseph Cultural and Shirley Ruther will come into the attack, Andy Payne.
Well, he's got a good flat form, Kurt.
Starts with a flighted delivery, which is bringing Paulette onto the front foot. And I can assure you that Paulette not really want to muck around Andy Payne. He will be looking to get after this leg spin.
Yeah, he probably just measuring that one, Paulette, as Rudder. Said leg spinner by his nature. Looking to pick up some wickets.
A delivery which was dipping on Paulette as he advanced. Good enough, though, to get it to that wide mid-wicket region. The man coming off the boundary and doing good work. Says a good return up to the keeper. He gets a single as the score goes up to 44 for 3. We're in over number 10, Andy Payne.
Yeah, seems to be one of those bowlers who give it generous air, Rudder. So I'm just flighting that one and getting a bit of dip as well, like you said. And Paulette just getting to the pitch of it and heading up to mid-wicket.
Delivery outside the yard, stop and cut sweetly down to the point region. A lot of work for the man coming around on the point boundary. And he's unable to do it, Andy Payne. Sherlin Bob trying to do some footwork there. And the boundary to Husbands. So Husbands continues merrily along. He's up to 26 from 22 deliveries, 48 for 3, Andy Payne.
Yeah, good placement there by Husbands. That one short and outside the off stump, like we said, leg spinner, spinning away from the right-handed batsman. And he was in a good position, good enough to beat the backward point and also beat the man on the sweeper coming around to his left, Sherlin Bob, and into the boundary for a 4. But Husbands continues to move his score merry along, Kurt, and playing some very lovely shots now.
48 for 3. As Ruther bowls a flighty delivery, which is bringing the batsman forward. Generous air, as you would have mentioned, Andy Payne. He's not one afraid to throw the ball into the air at all. Ask the batsman some questions, Andy Payne is surely Ruther. 48 for 3. Husbands, he's on 26. He waits on Ruther. And gets a flighty delivery, drives straight through the offside. More work for Bob to do coming around from point. This time he gets his hands to it, and the batsmen have already settled for 1. As the return is up to the keeper's end with that single. 49 for 3. Andy Payne, the current run rate now 4.98. The required run rate back up to 10.13.
Yeah, run rate 10 is a big odds, but Rodney Husbands playing some lovely shots now. He seems to be in and really getting the ball away. Just needs to beat the outfield for boundaries.
And the 50 coming up, Andy Payne, the 50 off some 62 deliveries, 41 minutes of batting, 3 fours and 1 6. At the end of over number 10, the 10th over, at the halfway stage, Andy Payne in pursuit of a target of 152. The Piranhas team at the break, they're 50 for 3. As we get ready to start the 11th over of the innings, the Piranhas in pursuit of a target of 152. They're 50 for 3 with Powlett on 6 and Husbands, he's on 27 as Powlett will wait on Springer. They require a further 102 runs from 60 deliveries. Required run rate 10.20, the current run rate 5. Lots of optimism coming from the supporters of the Piranhas side as Powlett is hitting this one over the mid-wicket region. Sherlin Babb with a lot of work to do. Wouldn't get there. So a boundary to start the 11th over. 54 for 3 as Powlett goes into double figures with his first boundary. As my comments, man, Andy Payne has slipped out for a minute. 54 for 3. Just to let you know, this is game number 9 in this, the Amas T20 over 50s Masters competition. So far, we would have seen the Limers getting home in game number 1 over the Travelers. We would have seen the Veterans getting home over the Challengers in game number 2. The Legends getting home over the Piranhas in game number 3. Game number 4, the Veterans 202 for 4 off their 20 overs and getting home by some runs over the Piranhas, who would have gone up to 110 for 7. Get back to that after his Polet is down the track, and when he gets there, he loses his leg stump. Springer seeing him coming, taking the pace off, and Polet threw the shot too early, losing his leg stump. Wicket number 4 goes down, Polet goes ball 54 for 4. Require a further 98 runs at a required run rate of 10.14. Lyndon Yard was a former opening batsman in his heyday for the Malvern side. Can he roll back the years here for the Piranhas side? A winless Piranhas side in might add as well. A new team to the competition, but so far they haven't really been in winner's row, and they're really trying desperately to get over the line today. But so far they've slumped into trouble. 54 for 4 in pursuit of a target of 152. As Lyndon Yard makes his way to the crease, quickly endeavor to run through what would have transpired in the tournament so far. Game number 5, Limers 163 for 7, the Legends 126. Limers getting home by 37 runs. The Challengers 116 for 7. The Travelers 117 for 9, getting home by 1 run. The Travelers team 211 for 4, the Veterans. The Limers 155, winning by some 56 runs, the Veterans. And in the 8th game today, the Challengers 134 for 4. And the Legends getting home 135 for 2, winning by some 8 wickets. And in game number 9, the Travelers team getting up to 151. And the Piranhas, in pursuit of that 151, they're 55 for 4, with Lyndon Yard picking up his first run. We're in the 11th over of the innings. It's being bowled by Shem Springer, the tournament's best fielder so far. But he's in operation with the ball this time. 1.3 overs, 1 for 14. Cleveland Grant, he would have finished his allocation of overs, 4 overs, no maidens, 3 for 14. And Thomas Harris ably supporting him, 4 overs, no maidens, none for 20. As Husbands, who's opened the innings, comes back in the strike. He's got 27 from 24 deliveries. Batted for some 48 minutes, struck 2 4s and 1 6 so far. Visions of getting his team over the line. Waits on Springer. Springs over, long off. A lovely shot there by Husbands. Really playing the innings, a gem of an innings here for his side. Picks up a maximum as he score up to 61 for 4. A delivery lifted over long off with consummate ease as well by Husbands as he goes up to 33. 33 from 25, 2 4s and 2 6s. The current run rate 5.72, the required run rate 9.75. They require a further 91 runs. Being joined by Lyndon Yard, the very experienced campaign in Lyndon Yard. Harry Husbands, as you would have heard, would have been one of the first players in the Maple Club in 1968. Philip? Then the over pitch delivery again, and this one hit over long on this time. So consecutive maximums to Husbands here. He's up to 39, and with that second maximum, he scored up to 67 for 4. And the cheerleaders for the Piranhas team really have found their voice now. 67 for 4. They require a further 85 runs. He's up to 39. And batting really well here. The ball is back with Springer. Husbands being asked to keep going. 67 for 4. The target is 152. We're in over number 11. It's been a really expensive one under the circumstances. Bowls to deliver to the Austin, which is cut away. Runs for him here. He's going for 1. Runs fairly close to the boundary. Will he come back for the second run? Yes, Lyndon Yard will bring him back for the second run. And the return is on its way by Harris up to the keeper's end to close out the 11th over. And at the end of it, in pursuit of a target of 152, the Piranhas, they're 69 for 4. Birch making some adjustments to his field. Short third man, a man at backward point, a man at cover, a man on the sweeper boundary, a man at long off, long on, short mid wicket, and a man on the forward square wide mid wicket boundary. As Ruther into the Lyndon Yard. Yard is hitting this one over, long off, wide of the man at long off, going for 1, and into the boundary it goes. So a good shot by Lyndon Yard, opening his back face and clearing that man at long off to his left. And a boundary to Lyndon Yard, 73 for 4. He requires 79. So these two now really looking to step on the accelerator, putting some impetus now into the scoring. And Lyndon Yard, a man known for his aggressive intent, will be hoping that he can bring all of that aggressive intent to this 4. He's on 5 from 2 deliveries. Waits on Shirley Ruther. Outside the yard, Stumping, there's Yard backing away, trying to pierce the offside field. Luckily for him, he didn't make contact, as that one got a bit of bounce as it went to be taken by the keeper, Birch. Flighted delivery, and there's Lyndon Yard attempting to hit this one out of the ground. Ball coming off the keeper, and there is no run. Shirley Rudder not afraid at all to give these deliveries some air, and Lyndon Yard looking to take him up on the challenge, attempting to hit that one somewhere over the region of long off. Luckily for him, he didn't make contact. Ball should be taken by the keeper. 73 for 4. Tossing and teasing here is Shirley Rudder. Delivery down the leg side. Tickled by the batsman. Yard. I'll wait for the signal from the umpire if there's any forthcoming. Leg by signal by the umpire, so no bat involved, just some pad as it score up to 74 for 4. We're in over number 12. 2 legal deliveries remain in the 12th over the innings. 74 for 4. Husbands, he's got 41. He's back on strike. Lyndon Yard, he's got 5. So far, there have been some 3 extras, so some real disciplined stuff on offer here by the Travelers side. Delivery outside the yard, stump punch to the left of that man in Bob. Coming around rather quickly at point. And the batsmen have settled for 1. So 1 more to the score, takes it up to 75 for 4. Lyndon Yard trying to get his team over the line to get their first points of the tournament. Waits on Rudder. Rudder's bowling a short delivery. Yard is turning into the onside and goes through for a quick single. Leg by again, signaled by the umpire. So at the end of the 12th over, in pursuit of a target of 152, the Piranhas 76 for 4. They require a further 76 runs from 48 deliveries. Goes now to Wesley Straker. Some 8 overs already in the tournament. Conceded 75 runs and picked up 3 wickets. Being asked to come into the attack for the 13th over of the innings. Birch very meticulous in his field placing. Sending a man down to long on, a man on the forward square boundary, a man on the backward square boundary. A long off is in attendance to 3 men inside the 4 men inside the circle. Short third man, man at point, man at extra cover, the man at short mid wicket. 76 for 4. Lyndon Yard, he's got 5. Straker sending the man at point. Around to his left, asking the man at cover to come around to his left, as well as Bruce. Comes over from that mid-wicket region. So a lot of real estate on the onside. Maybe trying to encourage Lyndon Yard to go across. The deliveries on offer here, as the man at backward square on the boundary now being asked to come inside the circle next door to umpire Bellamy at square leg. $76 for 4. 76 required from 48 deliveries. As Yard waits on Straker, Yard is forward, plays it into the offside, bat and pad very close together. Textbook style, the kind of shot you would invite the schoolboy to see. Real stylish player in Lyndon Yard. Is getting a delivery, which is whipping into the onside. Well flighted delivery right into the block hole and well dug out. Well, Lyndon Yard good enough to get it down to long on, where he gets his 6th run and 77 for the inning, 77 for 4. Delivery turned into the square leg region by Husbands. In fact, leg by, signaled by umpire Orion Seal. This time, extras now up to 6, and the score up to 78 for 4. Lyndon Yard comes back in the strike. Gets a full delivery, which is lofted out of the ground, and Yard keeps the pose as well for the cameras. A maximum to Lyndon Yard. His first and his 12th run as well, 84 for 4. Remember, I told you Straker, 8 overs already in the competition, conceding some 73 runs. So that would tell me Harley's going about 8 runs per over. So far, 8 point something runs per over. And so far in this innings, true to form, he's already conceded 7 with some 2 legal deliveries remaining. 84 for 4. Remember, this is game number 9 in the Amas over 50s T20 competition here at the B-Knot ground in Barbados. A delivery rapid, the batsman on the pads, heading across the line, and the index finger of umpire Orion Seal raised to indicate the end of Lyndon the Boogeyman Yard's innings. 84 for 5. No, definitely in a spot of bother with the attacking Lyndon Yard. Going for 12. The Piranhas now sink further into trouble, Harold. No pun intended. The Piranhas sinking further into trouble. They're 84 for 5. a lot of work to do. 66 required at a run rate of 9.49. The current run rate is 6.55. So Straker picking up his 4th wicket of the tournament. The important wicket of Linden Yard. As we mentioned a few of our sponsors quickly, Bees, Beauty and Spa, BJ's Auto Care, Jalan's Creations, Ricky's Driving School, Rota Plastics Barbados Limited, JD's Enterprises, Black and White Whiskey, The Last Stop Bar and Eatery, MJA Car Services, Terry's Food Truck, Kermit's Bar, Keep in Touch Inc., Premier World Cargo Inc., Barbados National Oil Company Limited, and the Amas Sporting Services all continue to play a major role in the hosting of this tournament. A flighted delivery, batsman is attempted to hit it onto the onside, struck a bit high. So at the end of the 13th over, in pursuit of a target of 152, the Piranhas there require a further 68 runs from 42 deliveries. Small is yet to score. Husbands is on 42, 84 for 5.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
As Ruther, 2 overs, none for 12, will continue. Start what should be his 3rd over from the southern end. He's done some good work for his captain, Owen Birch, who continues really to rely on his spinners to defend this total. Was a flighty delivery down the track, and when he gets his punching to the left of that man at that backward point region in Sherland Bab. The batsman have enough time for Husbands to get his 43rd run, the 85th run of the innings. 85 for 5, they require 67. At a required rate of 9.80, which is still quite manageable with the hard-hitting Husbands at the non-strikers, and a flighty delivery down the track, and when he gets there, is punching this one into the offside. A long way down in Husbands at the non-strikers end, when rightly sent back by Gregory Small. Small, not at all known for his aggressive intent. Gets a delivery outside the yard stump, punches it into the offside, and this time he will evade that man at that cover region. That it looks like Bruce, and the batsman will get, in fact, not Bruce. Looks like Grant, not able to get down, and the batsman have enough time to complete one as we get some brief drizzles here. 86 for 5. Welcome to the stream here as a delivery which is bringing the batsman Husbands forward. Visions of getting up to his half century. He's on 43. Still a lot of work to do for his team. They still require further 66 runs. And Husbands, the man in, he will really need to go deep. Waits on Shirley rather, tossing and teasing. Both the delivery which is turned into the onside. They've quickly gone for one, but no visions at all of completing the second runs. Rather quickly in to the onside on his follow through, and the batsman settled for one. Husbands picks up his 44th run. And Small, who's got 1-1 from 3 deliveries, comes back in the strike. 87 for 5. The target is 152. They require further 65 runs. Flighted delivery, lots of air and outside the Austin with a bit of bounce as well. So at the end of another good over delivered there by Shirley Rudder. The Piranhas in pursuit of a target of 152. They require 65. They're 87 for 5. Straker will continue from the northern end. Was a flighty delivery and down the track and attempted to hit this one through the onside. His husband doesn't make contact and a good take again. But we can keep a bird standing up to the stumps. 87 for 5. These spinners from this Travelers team not at all afraid to give the ball some air. As Straker goes the deliveries down the track, and when he gets there, goes down to the short third man region ball ricocheting off the pads, it looks like, and the batsman husband's not at all interested in the single. Score will remain on 87 for 5. Husbands is on 44. Probably thinking that for his team to get over the line now, he's the man that will have to do all of the scoring. Gets a delivery outside the off stump. Wide call by the umpire Orient Seal. 88 for 5. They require a further 64 runs from 34 deliveries. Driven down to long on. 1-2 Husbands to pick up his 45th run and the 89th run of the innings. 89 for 5. Coming down slowly but surely. Right now they require 63 at a required rate of 11.45. The current rate 6.14. So you can really clearly see the run rate getting steeper and steeper as a delivery which is turned into the onside to Grant. And Small picks up his second run. Score up to 90. So a few lusty hits now, really what the doctor would require for the Piranhas side. They're 90 for 5. .4 overs have been completed. It'll be interesting if the score lady can pull up for me where the Travelers team would have been at the end of 15 overs. So I can get a quick comparison, see if the Piranhas are really in this hunt. A delivery just hit down to the man at that wide long on region. They've gone for one. Small very quickly through for the second run. Good run in by Gregory Small there, initiating that second run, and that is really what the doctor required. So 2 more to Husbands. He's up to 47, and 2 more to the score, 92 for 5. So some urgency now being shown by Gregory Small, really understanding what was required of him and really pushing for that second run. As a delivery which is hit down to long on straight. They've gone for one again. Small thinks about the second run, but the fielder down there looks like Gittins in rather quickly. And at the end of the 15th over, in pursuit of a target of 152, the Piranhas, they are 93 for 5. Services, Terry's Food Truck, and Kermit's Bar. As Rudder starts over number 16, a delivery which is being steered down to short third man for our husbands is 49th run, and the score now up to 94 for 5. I can also tell you that after 15 overs, the Travelers team, they were 119 for 4. So really not really too far off, just 27 runs adrift, 1 wicket in the red as well. So they really need a couple boundaries and they will be even Stevens. A delivery to slap straight. Gone for 1 is small. Husband's not at all interested in the second run. Ambles the first run. Really not what the doctor required. 95. I make it now 95 for 5. They require 57 from 28 deliveries. They need a few boundaries here if they're really to get back into this contest. Husbands is getting the delivery short. Slaps down past the bowler, but Rudder is rather quickly back, I must say, to prevent any possibility of a run. And there's no run. 95 for 5. Target is 152. Flighted delivery. Down the track when he gets there, he's attempting to hit this one over long off, and he's been given out stumped by umpire Orion Sale. Out stumped by umpire Orion Seal. So wicket number 6 goes down, and I can also tell you that husbands wouldn't get up to that 50. 95 for 6. DJ. The new batsman looks like Kenmore Rouse. We'll continue to mention our sponsors. Keep in Touch Inc., Premier World Cargo Inc., Barbados National Oil Company Limited, and Amas Sporting Services. As the keeper in Birch does some running repairs, 95 for 6. The target is 152. They require further 57 runs from 26 deliveries. So the target getting higher and higher and up to 13. Now the required run rate up to 13.15. The current rate 6.06. The very vocal Rodney Simpson is at the boundary's edge. Left out because he got to the game late. 95 for 6. Kenmore Rouse, visions of being a hero. Used to be a hard-hitting batsman for the Courage and Parish School. Had a few stints at the Passage Road Club. He also played for Belfield. But all of those were in the lower divisions of the Barbados Cricket League. Can he be a hero here at BNOC this afternoon? Gets a flighted delivery outside the yard stump. Wide, called by the umpire. Tossing and teasing is Shirley Rudder, tempting the batsman outside the yard stump. But Rouse leaves it alone as the wide called by umpire Bellamy. 96 for 6. They require 56. Rudder, short delivery. And there's the batsman attempting to lick it out of the ground. Goes through to be taken by the keeper. And there is no run. 96 for 6. So far, there have been some 7 extras in the innings. Husbands with 49. Powlett 10 yard. 12 the batsman in double figures delivered outside the yard stump with a bit of bounce and beaten outside the yard stump, taken by the keeper as well. So at the end of over number 16, in pursuit of a target of 152, the Piranhas team really swimming in shallow waters. They're 96 for 6.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
Four overs, no hitters, 1 for 18. As there's a batsman small coming inside his wicket, looking to hit this one down to the short fine leg region. And there is no run as the bowler, Ames Straker, in his follow through, does the tidying up. 96 for 6. So it looks like the Piranhas really need to step on the accelerator here. They require a further 56 runs from 23 deliveries. Really needing some big ones here now. Straker was a flighty delivery down the leg side. Being called through quickly there is small. We'll come back for the second run as Rudder from short third man has a lot of work to do. We'll wait for the signal from the umpire. Leg by signal by the umpire. So 2 leg buys. So inching closer to that 100 there. 98 for 6. They require 54 from 22. Wrapped on the pads. And umpire Orion Seal raises the index finger. So Gregory Small goes LBW off the bowling of Straker. So 98 for 6 becomes 98 for 7. We're in over number 17 and the Piranhas sinking further into trouble here. Aline, Ricky Aline, they tell me. Ricardo Aline. Also in the house is former Barbados and West Indies B team player. It looks like Favorite Green. A stalwart at the Wanderers Club. He was at Wanderers for a long time. He didn't win a cup. But Wanderers won their first cup this last year, Harold. Philip. In fact, they said the year Wanderers, this correction, he said the year that Wanderers won the cup 42 years ago was his first year. A delivery which is beating the batsman outside the off step. He being told that his manager is Sean. That he licked down Mike Gatton at Kensington. A bouncer. 98 for 7. A delivery down the leg side. Wide called by the umpire. 99 for 7. Sean, a product of the Lord School, the University of Messiah Street, a good friend of mine. 99 for 7. As a delivery is bringing the batsman forward in Aline. There is no run. So closing in on the end of over number 17, I can tell you that they require a further 53 runs from 19 deliveries, which looks as far as Boscobel from here. Flighted delivery, punch into the offside. And there is no run. So at the end of over number 17, the Piranhas, with visions of getting up to 152, and I can tell you that they just look like visions, they are 99 for 7. From the southern end to bowl the 18th over. So the assignment is really clear here now. They require 53 runs from 18 deliveries, the Piranhas team. 53 from 18, Philip. They need to score at 17.67. They're currently scoring at 5.82. So they will really need to find some lusty hits.
Definitely a lot of work to be done. Maybe some doubt as to if it can be done.
Well, they've still got Rouse, a former Corjan Parry boy. You know Corjan Parry renowned for producing some good cricketers. Courtney Brown, the former West Indies wicketkeeper. Derwin Thompson. Some would argue unlucky Andy Payne. Well, we've got to mention him as one of the good wicketkeepers that went to Corjan Parry. As Blackman doesn't deliver. To start over number 18. The assignment is really clear. 18 deliveries. They require 53 runs. They need to score at 17.67. My maths tell me that that's 3 sixes and over. Rouse is inside his stumps and bringing up the 100, ladies and gentlemen. The 100 coming up for the Piranhas team. 100 off 108 deliveries. 84 minutes of batting. 5 fours and 4 sixes. Rouse gets his first run. 1 from 3 deliveries brings Aline on the strike. He's 0 from 3. 100 for 7, so they require no 52 from 17 deliveries. Make that 52 from 16. As a delivery into the wicket, and the batsman good enough to play it back to along the track with the keeper from behind the stumps quickly. In Birch does the tidying up, and there is no run. 52 required from 16 deliveries. A delivery down the leg side, this should help. This should run fairly close to the boundary, but Bruce is coming around, does a bit of footwork. Never known Bruce to play any sort of football for anybody. He grew up in Silver Hill, never played for Goyle. 102 for 7. A Goyle Hill man, never played this trade for the Bear Parade of Goyle Hill side. So they require 50 and make it. A delivery, which is batsman is attempting a heave for. So this has been a good start to the 18th over by Winston Mud Blackman, a real veteran. Bowling at the death. He's done it numerous times for St. Joseph Culture, for the Bashiba side. This is his forte. Bowling at the death, Winston Mud Blackman, 102 for 7. Really a specialist bowling the death overs. It's on his way once more. The bowler delivery pitched up and into the pads of Rouse. And yet again, there's no run. So I can tell you now, Mr. Producer, Mr. Philip Hackett, that the required rate now has gone up to 21.43.
Well, the fat lady is nearby, so I've been told.
Well, I'm sure that she's tuning up her voice, as this is another delivery, which is the batsman is attempting to punch into the offside, comes off the inner portion of the bat, and yet again, with that dot ball, I can tell you now that it's gone up to 23.08. The required run rate, the current rate, 5.72. So 23.08, the 102 for 7. They require 50 runs from 13 deliveries, and it's getting really, really more difficult.
You said it's getting more difficult?
Delivery outside the off stump. There's a loud appeal, and the batsman walks this time, not even waiting on umpire Alex Bellamy to raise the index finger. Caught by wicketkeeper Birch, standing up to the stumps. So wicket number 8 goes down, 102 for 8. Director, right? So a single to close out the 18th over. In fact, to start the 19th over, 103 for 8 because the wicket would have fallen the last ball of the 18th over. So 103 for 8. Really dropping the sleep on that one. 3.1 overs, 2 for 15. Straker now picks up his 5th wicket of the tournament with visions of getting up to the leading wicket takers. The man with the most wickets has 7. So Straker was really trying to get close to Troy Topping. Troy Topping receiving his cap from the chief cook and bottle washer, Mr. Morris. And we've also got another presentation to be made to Shem Springer for being the leading fielder at the end of the tournament. What I can tell you is that Straker has just picked up his 6th wicket. 103 for 8 now becomes 103 for 9. And I can tell you, as my producer said, Mr. Philip Hackett, the fat lady, she's at the ground and she's fine-tuning. She's practicing with the band, but the fat lady definitely is here. She's getting ready to sing. 103 for 9. So with an injury to the captain in Emerson Jordan, who's unable to bat, I can tell you that the innings will be declared closed. So they will finish on 103 for 9. The Piranhas team losing this one by 49 with useful contributions coming from Ronnie Husbands, 49, Lyndon Yard, 12, and Malcolm Powell at 10. Nothing else really to shout about. There were some 12 extras, and bowling for the Travelers side. Cleveland Grant, 4 overs, no maidens, 3 for 14. Thomas Harris, 4 overs, no maidens, none for 20. Shem Springer, 2 overs, no maidens, 1 for 28. Shirley Rudder, 4 overs, no maidens, 1 for 18. Wesley Straker, 3.3 overs, 3 for 15. And inching closer to the leading wicket takers. He's up to 6. The man with the most has 7. Winston Blackman, 1 over, no maidens, 1 for 3. And at the end, the Piranhas getting home by some 48 runs. Sorry, the Travelers getting home by some 48 runs. The Piranhas are unable to get over the line in this encounter. So the Piranhas winning this one. And before we go, Mr. Producer, I said the Travelers, I said it twice. The chief cook and bottle washer, Mr. Anthony Morris, will make the presentation of the white cap. Remember, this cap is sponsored by Rotoplastics Barbados Limited to Mr. Shem Springer, the leading fielder in the tournament. He gets the white cap. He's got some 2 catches and 1 magnificent run out. So he's the leading fielder so far. We've had the leading fielder in Springer. We've got the leading bowler in Troy Topping. And Mr. Adrian Braffett, who was presented with his cap last week, the leading run scorer with 184 runs. So at the end of game number 9 and at the end of another beautiful day here at the Barbados National Oil Company ground here in Woodburn, St. Philip, I can tell you that the Travelers have made it over the line by 48 runs, and they will improve their standing in the points table. And the Piranhas, they will continue to be the hapless team in this competition. They are yet to get a win, yet to get any points. So at the end of it, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and goodbye from the BNOC ground for the final time. Kirk Sean saying good evening for Andy Payne and the rest of the Anything Cricket Let's Talk live stream team. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and goodbye.